Namaskar and welcome to the next part of our video lecture series in strategic management. Today we will focus on the formulation of strategies, and inside this we will be looking at concentration strategies. Concentration strategies are a group of strategies which indicate the internal route of growth or the organic route of growth that a company adopts. In an organic route of growth, as discussed earlier, the company wishes to utilize its existing strengths, its existing products, existing customers, existing geographies. It wishes to serve them or introduce these these existing products into new markets, or venture totally into new products and new markets, but using its own technology, using its own expertise. So, basically there is no involvement of any other second party or an outside entity. The organization achieves growth through its own resources. Those resources could be assets and liabilities of the organization, those resources could be people, those resources could be existing cash reserves, those resources could be technology. So, we will understand this concentration strategies, group of strategies using the Ansop's grid. Well, the Ansop's grid is a 2 by 2 matrix of drawn between markets and products. There is no particular order, you can take any which order and it will justify the selection of alternatives. On the vertical axis, as you see, we have new markets and existing markets, and on the horizontal axis we have existing products and new products. So, which gives us 4 combinations: existing products. Using its existing products, if a company wishes to penetrate further into its existing markets, then that kind of strategy or that kind of approach would be called as market penetration. What is market penetration basically? Market penetration basically means or involves that the company wishes to acquire more subscribers, customers in its present market without introducing any new products. It might decrease the price of the existing product, add a few superficial features to the product, maybe tinker with the packaging a little bit, maybe add a new distribution system to it, but no major change is brought about in the core product or the potential product, and the same offering is given to the existing markets. Now, here markets does not mean the same customer. There are customers who do not know about this product. So, maybe aggressive and very fast promotion, using very aggressive promotional strategies, the company might approach consumers who have not yet, prospects who have not yet bought this product or this offering. So, thereby increasing its customer base in the existing geography. So, that is market penetration. Next, we will go to product development. This strategy, as we see here, is offered with the same offered to the same markets, but using new products. New products are developed, that is why the name product development. New products are developed using the existing resources of the company, existing technology of the company, and in the same market these products are introduced. Now, why does the company do this, and what is the difference between these two? Well, the company might have conducted a research in which it has observed that the present market still has some potential, but the existing product might have run out of mileage, might have reached its decline stage in the product life cycle. So, it might feel the need, the company might feel the need to introduce a new product altogether in the existing market. Consumers have become saturated, or probably the market has become saturated, wherein there is no more space for adding new subscribers using or new customers using this existing product. So, the company might decide to introduce a new product which might create or which the company hopes might create new subscribers. Maybe the existing customers might migrate to the new product. Maybe the competitors' customers who are there in the existing market might migrate to your business if the new product has been attractive enough. That is product development. What is market development? Just like a product was developed in market, in product development, the product was developed. In market development, you will use the existing product to develop a new market. Here, market means or could mean a new geography or altogether a new customer segment. You can devise a new customer segment. We all know the case of Cadbury's. When back in the 90s, when Cadbury's thought it should go aggressive on the Indian market, its primary target was kids. But as the generation X and generation Y grew, the company observed that people have not stopped eating chocolates. So, existing product, the same chocolates, Cadbury's did not introduce any new product for a very long time. With the same products, it kept exploring or creating new customer segments in the same geography, and even adults, sometimes even elders were shown to have consumed chocolates at a repeated, at frequent intervals. So, these consumers, they existed already in the same, the products, they existed with the same company, but these new segments were discovered in the existing market. So, these may be treated as the new markets inside the same geography. Now, that is one case. The other case could be you take the same product and enter a new geography altogether, probably getting into an export kind of a business, probably getting into or entering into an adjacent region in the same country. So, geographical expansion is the direct meaning of new markets. Alongside this, segment wise transfer or discovering or creating new segments in the same geography is also a new market. So, that is market development. Diversification, however, is entirely new ball game, because both the market as well as the product is new. So, when a company has understood that the present market cannot offer any scope for further growth, it has either been saturated, probably many new entrants are coming in, probably the bargaining power of suppliers has increased, the bargaining power of buyers has increased, leaving the company with very wafer thin margins. So, the company decides that it is no more profitable to operate in the current segment, we need to migrate. So, then in that case you will enter a new market. But at the same time, if your product have declined, if your product has reached maturity some time ago and had started showing signs of decline, probably you might like to continue the product for a little more time, and in the meanwhile decide to diversify into a new geography using a new product. Now, diversification basically means entering into a business that the company was not into before this time. So, using its existing cash reserves, using its present technology, the company wishes to or decides to enter into a new market or a geography using diversification. Diversification could be technology related diversification or market related diversification. It could be concentric or conglomerate, depending on how much the relatedness is with the previous product. If the new product is somehow related to the existing products, is somehow related through technology, somehow related through market, through the same consumer, then it is a concentric diversification. If it's a conglomerate diversification, you have not manufactured or produced this product before. You have not given this offering before to the existing or new customers. Basically, it is the new customers if you are diversifying. So, conglomerate diversification is naturally a riskier proposition for companies. They conduct very exhaustive market surveys before diversifying into conglomerate businesses. Concentric diversifications are relatively less risky because somehow the existing resources and capabilities can be leveraged to develop new products. So, that is the ANSOP's grade, and those are the group of strategies together called as the concentric strategies. I hope it is all clear to you. Thank you for watching. We will meet again in the next video.